Alright, so now we're on episode 21, and remember the last thing we saw was Sanji jacking up the damn Marine called Lieutenant Fullbody. Because, remember, he had put some bug in his soup from the ground, and he was trying to make it seem like it was like the restaurant's fault, and he was actually trying to make it a big deal. He ends up throwing the soup on the ground, breaking it, acting out, and then Sanji, the new character, comes in, and he looks very passionate about the things he makes. He's like, bro, this soup took you 3 days, and you disrespecting the soup. So now he's jacking him up, he holding it up in the air by the face, and this is when another character comes in named Patty. He's another chef or cook on the ship as well. And he says that pretty much Sanji's always doing this. He's always jacking up customers and stuff like that. And it's looking like Sanji's kind of a loose cannon. He's out of control. He's going to do what he want to do. While this is going on, we have another Marine from Lieutenant Fullbody's ship, and he's saying that there is this pirate henchman from this other dude named Captain Krieg, and we're trying to get information out of him, but he had escaped. He ends up getting shot in the back as he's saying this, and that same pirate he was talking about, his name is Geen, he walks in and he's demanding food. Patty walks over to him, that other chef that was saying that Sanji's a loose cannon basically. He walks up to the pirate and he's like, all right, what would you like to eat? And then he's saying, I just want anything you have, just bring it to me right now. And he's like, okay, but what would you like to eat? Do you have money for this stuff that you're about to buy or try to buy? And the dude was like, what about a bullet? Is that enough money? And then that's when Patty's like, oh, bet. So you want to play like that? He smashes him in the face, beats him down a little bit, and then he throws him out the damn restaurant. When that happens, Luffy walks over to him and he's asking him, hey man, do you really want some food? And at this point, Geen's pride is all hurt. So he's like, nah, get away from me. I don't want no food. Sanji sees this and decides to walk back inside, makes him a full plate of like stir-fried rice, and he puts it in front of him. That's when Geen once again is like, man, I don't want your food. Get it away from me. I don't need to eat. And then Sanji was like, bro, don't let your pride get the best of you. It's better for you to eat now and have more prideful days that are more meaningful down the road. Geen took this little bit of head wisdom and he was like, damn, brother, probably right. I should just go ahead and eat the damn food. So he starts eating all the food really happily, and he thanks Sanji back to back, and he gets on a stowaway boat and ends up leaving. The head chef actually sees all this, but he doesn't decide to discipline Sanji or anything. He just tells Sanji and Luffy to get back inside and start working again, because remember, Luffy owes him this debt for putting a big ass hole in the ceiling. But before this, we finally get our first instance of Sanji possibly joining the pirate crew, because Luffy was like, yo, you should join my pirate crew because we need a chef, and obviously people don't even like you around here because you're not too great at what you're doing, so you might as well come with me. And then Sanji's like, no, I can't leave this place. I actually need to be here for something, but he doesn't say what that something is. But it seems like it's tied to the old man, the head chef, in some way. So I'm thinking the head chef either saved him or he's like his pops or something. But that's what I'm thinking so far. They get back inside and start doing a little bit of work. Luffy's showing that he's a terrible cleaner boy and he don't know how to do nothing other than cause destruction. He's breaking plates and screwing up. But as this is all happening, they're having a discussion about how Patty threw out that pirate Geen, and he's a part of Krieg, this big time badass pirate with 50 other pirates underneath him and 5,000 pirate men that are underneath those pirates as well. So he has a big fleet, and he's known for doing the most ruthless stuff 9 times out of 10. They're saying, Patty, bro, I don't think it was a good idea that you disrespected one of his pirate men, because you know he's going to go back to him and he's going to come back over here and probably cause trouble. Patty's like, man, I ain't worried about none of that. That boy's soft, he's soft, his mama soft, his daddy soft, his son soft, kid soft, daughter soft, dog soft. He didn't really give a damn. He said, I want the smoke. Even if it does come over here, I'm not going to allow somebody who's not paying for our services to get what they want. He stood on business. After this, we get a little side cut of Sanji seeing Luffy's pirate crew for the first time, and he sees Nami, and he's like, damn, Nami better than a bit, boy. I want to go talk to me some Nami. So he starts gawking over her a little bit, trying to give her whatever she wants, trying to really rizz her up a little bit, you know, trying to put some sauce on her, and it's low-key working. And she was like buying into it. She's like, you know, I want to have a little bit of this and that, but it's so expensive. And he's like, you can have it for free, baby girl. And she's like, oh my god. And then she starts eating up because remember, Nami like to use people to get what she wants. She ain't really the best person. She a red flag, chat. So if you see a female like that, just remember, go the other way, because she just gonna use your ass, bro. She gonna like you only for what you can provide. So dip. But as the head chef is seeing Sanji rizz up the girl, he starts going over to him. He's like, Sanji, why are you still here, bro? Why are you still working for me? You don't do anything. You try to hit on all the females that come through here. You try to just cause trouble with the customers. You give out food for free. You shouldn't even really stay here. We don't need you, bro. You can go out and become a pirate and go with them. And Sanji's like, no, bro, shut up. I'm gonna stay here until like I need to. I'm gonna be the sous chef here. I'm gonna be top dog one day. Da 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 da. He's like saying all the extra stuff. And it's showing that even the head chef doesn't want him to be there. So Sanji's really doing this for some uncovered reason of loyalty that he has towards either the ship, the place, or the head chef. We then get another little cutscene of Geen now talking to Krieg. This is the first time we're seeing the big bad Krieg. And Geen is like, boss, I found a restaurant. I went to go eat, and I know you hungry too. I can take you to go get some food from this really good chef that saved my life. And Krieg is like, really? You see how bad our ship is? You see how bad our fleet is? Everybody's beat up, tired, and hungry, bro. And you out there eating, and you ain't bring none back? Is you really my friend, brother? And then Gin is like, look, brother, man, I ain't know it was this bad. I ain't know you was in shape like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring your ass to this nice ass restaurant, but you can't hurt him, all right? I know you like taking things over, but can't hurt my man. He helped me, and he's finna help you. Don Krieg is like, all right, man, just go ahead and take me over there, because my stomach hurting like a bitch, boy. Go ahead, take me over there, man. So Gin takes Don Krieg over to the ship. When he gets there, he's on the floor. He's like, please help me. I really need to eat. I ain't eat for weeks, bro. Well, we about to die. I got my men outside, bro. We just all hungry. And everybody's like, bro, don't feed him nothing. Feed him nothing, bro. He's a liar. He be fighting dirty. He gonna put up the white flag and act like he's surrendering, but next thing you know, your whole family's dead and then your kids is dead. Everybody's gone. Why would y'all even feed him? Sanji, who's been in his place before, we see that he has this uber emotional want to help people who have been starving, because he low-key went through it before, where he's like been starving on the sea and had no food and was on the verge of dying. So anytime he sees somebody like dying of starvation, he goes out of his way to help them eat. So he walks his ass upstairs, brings down a plate of food, and puts it in front of Don Krieg's face for him to eat. And everybody's like, bro, we just told you he fights dirty. Why are you trying to feed this dude? And then Sanji goes in detail explaining how he's been in this place before and you wouldn't understand. So I'm always going to help out a fellow starving brother. And remember, Don Krieg was not going to do anything. He literally said that he wasn't going to hurt nobody. He just eat. And he looked mad sincere. And as soon as he got done eating, he stuck Sanji in the face. He had no time to hesitate. Sanji was mid-sentence and got clapped by Don Krieg in like 0.2 seconds of him finishing his bowl. After which, Don Krieg stands up and he's like, thanks for the meal, my boy. So here's what's finna happen. I'm gonna take this whole ship and I want all of you to make meals for my men that's outside, because I got about 100 of them and I'm about to take y'all out right after I'm done feeding my men. And I'm gonna take your ship. And everybody's like, bro, I told you he was about to crash out after he ate, bro. Now the head chef is standing there and he's seen this go on for too long. So he steps up to Don Krieg and he's like, here's 100 plates of food for your men. He doesn't do anything to help. He also adds to the problem by giving Don Krieg 100 meals for his men that's gonna come in and eradicate and decimate the land that they are standing on. And everybody's like, bro, you too, boss man, bro. You gonna kill all of us too, bro. You don't care about none of your boys, bro. You gonna go help the ops right now in our presence, bro? And then he also standing on business talking about, you've never been hungry before. You've never been in the place of someone who's dying of starvation. I'm gonna make sure that I help the fellow man that needs food for dying of starvation. And that's when everybody's like, nah, bro, we're not gonna let this go on no more. We're gonna go ahead and step up to the plate. So everybody gets their pitchforks, knives, and spoons out, and they ready to fight Don Krieg. And Don Krieg, brother, takes off his clothes and start opening fire because he has a whole bullet suit underneath his clothes. He knocks out probably like half the men there, and he's like, so does anybody else want to disobey me and not feed my men? Or do y'all want to help out and then die afterwards? Because we can do this either now or later. As this goes on, Don Krieg looks at the head chef and he realizes that he's actually a very known head chef. He used to be called, I think it was Red Foot Kicker or something like that. But he used to be the one known to be fighting dudes only with his kicks. He was like Bruce Lee. And they call him Red Foot because his foot would always be bathed in the, red juice of his enemies. I don't know if I can say blood on, YouTube. So, we're going to just say Red Foot, red juice, stuff that's a little kid friendly. After knowing his little backstory about the head chef, Don Krieg also realizes that he once has been to the Grand Line. So he's like, if you've been to the Grand Line, that means you got a play-by-play book on the things you experienced at the Grand Line because you're a pirate. And almost all pirates got that. So if that's the case, brother, I'm going to need that book. I'm going to need you to hand over that book because I'm going to go back to the Grand Line after I've already been so screwed up by the Grand Line. And then we also get the backstory of what happened when Don Krieg went to the Grand Line. And the Grand Line is so important because we know Luffy's trying to go to the Grand Line, get the One Piece, and become king of the pirates. But you got to get through the Grand Line. We find out that the Grand Line was so treacherous and so bad for Don Krieg that all his 5,000 feet of men got taken out. And that's why he only has them left. Because when he came back from the Grand Line, his ship and everything was in such wreck that he could only get out of there with like the skin of their teeth because of a hurricane or some tornado on the water or something like that. Right after this, Don Krieg takes food to his men and everybody starts discussing everything while he's gone. Like, yo, what are we going to do? We going to fight Don? Are we going to stay? Are we going to go? And of course, the head chef is like, whoever want to stay can stay, whoever want to go can go. Y'all going to do you, but I'm going to fight for my place. And then as soon as that gets done, this dude that was like the spooky guy that was known from the Grand Line, I believe his name is Hawkeye, he was the one that was responsible for taking out pretty much all the fleets on Don Krieg's ship. One man. And this one man is actually also the same dude that Zoro has been looking for. So Zoro knows who this guy is, and he's also some type of skilled swordsman. So Zoro really want to go head to head with him too, because you know, he's trying to be the greatest swordsman in the world. But just saying, I think Zoro's gonna get chopped because there's no way in hell he couldn't even fight off the big back brother from the last little recap, and he got wounded by one of them. So if he couldn't beat them, what makes you think you could be the dude that's surviving the Grand Line? You know what I'm saying? So right after this, we even get proof of that because that guy who was at the Grand Line chopping up Don Krieg's ships came back to follow Don Krieg and finish the job. So now he's there at this restaurant, and we also got Don Krieg with his 100 men and screwed up ship that's there. But his ship gets taken out before he's able to even get his men on board to the restaurant by the guy that was taking down the whole fleet on the Grand Line. So now the new protagonist is going to be Hawkeye. And this is where we get the to be continued. And I think this is a really good point to be the to be continued because I can tell the next couple of recaps about to be really dope. Anyway, man, once again, my name is Marvin. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you in the next recap. Peace.